Has Lex Luthor and the Legion of Doom pulled off their most daring caper to date? Well, let's hop on into Justice League issue number 4 and find out for ourselves, shall we? Alrighty then, so you may recall that the previous issue opened up with a little mini story about Sinestro, and this one does the same, only it's a little story about Gorilla Grodd. We see Grodd come across an explorer who he then decides to torture for the next little bit, proving that even as a little ape he was still a giant jerk. Now, back in the present, Superman and Martian Manhunter are duking it out with those giant statues who call themselves the Architects. Overall, the giant stone guys don't seem that interested in Superman. Instead, they opt to zero in on Martian Manhunter and read him the riot act. In fact, they almost make it sound like they know him or something. Now, in the last issue, you'll recall Lex Luthor and the Joker were ready to spring their traps, attacking Batman and Hawkgirl inside their small tiny ships that were protecting the cells of Superman and Martian Manhunter. Now that they've taken over the bodies of these super beings, it's only a matter of time before they're both able to go through the totality and gain the power that's on the other side, whatever that power might be. Before Manhunter completely loses control, though, the writer takes this opportunity to do some light retconning, mainly what has John been doing the whole time he was gone? Well, it seems that he was looking for the true reason behind Mars's destruction. Keep in mind, they've changed that answer like several times. First it was white Martians, then it was yellow lanterns. They also decide to retcon why exactly fire hurts Martian Manhunter. Creatively, it's because the Martians actually worshipped fire before, but because they are a hive mind intelligence when they were destroyed by either someone or something, it took the form of what they worshipped most, that being fire. But then Martian Manhunter says that also might be a lie, and Vandal Savage and the Force Wall could very well have been messing with him since the word go. Now back on Earth, the rest of the Justice League are dealing with their own problems. They got attacked by those creatures in tanks that might very well have been white Martians, but maybe not. What we do know for sure though is that Gorilla Grodd is ready to try out his new super weapon on the team, a little tiny baby. Yeah, you'll remember him from the previous issue. Turns out it's the Tortoise, or at least a member of the Tortoise's genetic line. The baby has complete control over the Still Force, or as the architects of the Source Wall called it, the First Force. An almost godly level power source that allows Grodd to not only defeat Flash, but also empower his own psychic abilities to get Aquaman and Wonder Woman to fight each other. Now, I don't read the main Flash book, but apparently we heard about the Still Force first over there in that series, in which case, hey, good attention to continuity there, Snyder. As we soon discover, harnessing the Still Force is actually a major part of the Legion of Doom's plan for world domination. Using it, they're able to weaken the membrane between our universe and the Ghost Quadrant. This means Sinestro is allowed even greater access to the power of Umbrix, the evil planet, so he can basically turn anyone he wants to into a member of the Ultraviolet Lantern Corps. This includes John breaking his Green Lantern ring, and then eventually everyone on Earth and a lot of people throughout the universe, making the Ultraviolet Lantern Corps the biggest Lantern Corps of them all. This, as Grodd says, is because, well, not everyone has the power of will, rage, compassion, etc. Everyone has dark impulses inside them, and that's what the ultraviolet power draws on. So, I mean, yeah, the comic's not even done, and it looks like the Legion of Doom has already won. They've defeated the heroes, they've conquered Earth, but still, Lex and the Joker have their sights pinned even higher. They want the secrets of the Source Wall, they want what's inside the totality. Basically, they want dominion over the entire multiverse now. And they might just get it too as the comic winds down. So that was Justice League number 4, everybody, and God help you if you chose to make this your very first issue, because there is so much going on all at once and it all moves so fast. We've got sweeping retcons to existing characters, other heroes being changed forever like Jon Stewart losing his Green Lantern ring, lots of important new concepts being thrown your way like the powers of the Still Force and the reach of the Ultraviolet Lantern Corps. It would be very easy to get lost if you're not a seasoned comic reader. Heck, I'm man enough to admit I fully didn't understand everything that was happening all the time in this story, but I was always entertained, and that is most definitely the most important part. We've gotten one hell of a build-up, and I certainly can't wait for the payoff. Overall, I'd give this one another very positive 8 out of 10. Hey there everyone, it's Cape Joel again, and I want to thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, if you did, why not check out some of these other videos I have on display from the channel. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you're always up to speed on what I'm doing next. And if you really like what I did, are feeling in a supportive mood, why not check out my Patreon, link down in the description. Patrons get exclusive access to videos and content content before anyone else, and you can do so for as little as $1 a month. So until next time, everyone, this has been Cave Joel. Thanks again for watching, and I will be back again with more great comic content that smacks of greatness. Bye-bye.